Hi everyone, the purpose of this speech is to inform you guys about the sport of hockey. In doing so, I will be talking about the history, the equipment, and the basic rules and concepts needed to understand more about hockey. Hockey began in the early 1800s in Europe, but was only played with a ball and a ball and a stick. But once hockey was moved to Canada in the late 1800s, they began using a puck instead of a ball. Hockey never found its way to the United States until the early 1900s. But hockey was never more popular until the 1980 Olympics, when the United States defeated the Soviet Union and went on to win the gold medal in what is known as the Miracle on Ice. Hockey is still not very popular in the United States because it is very complex and hard to understand. However, with the recent success of the Chicago Blackhawks, hockey has never been more popular in the Chicago area than it is now. The first thing people need to know more about to understand hockey is the equipment used when playing hockey. If you are just playing for fun, all that is needed is a hockey stick, a puck, and a goal. However, in the National Hockey League, players are much more aggressive and play much more physical. That is why players wear much more protective padding such as shoulder pads, elbow pads, and shin pads, while also wearing gloves and a helmet to help prevent injuries. There are also many basic concepts that are needed that need to be understood in order to play hockey. Hockey is played on an ice rink, which is divided into three zones: the offensive zone, the neutral zone, and the defensive zone. It is played 6-on-6, meaning there are 3 offensive players, 2 defensive players, and a goalie on each team. They play 3 20-minute periods with a short intermission at the end of each period. Each period begins with a face-off at center ice. There are also many rules that are needed in order to prevent teams from gaining advantages over the other team. The first one, the most common one, is offsides, which is when an offensive player enters the offensive zone before the puck does. There's also icing, which is when a team clears the puck from this side of the ice to the other side of the ice before reaching the center line. There's also an act, which is called a penalty, when a player deliberately tries to gain an advantage over another player. A penalty results in a 2-minute power play for the opposition. Common penalties are roughing, hooking, high sticking, and interference. At the end of the game, the team with the most goals wins the game. However, at the end of the 60 minutes, if each team is tied, they will go to a short 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime. If still tied at the end of that overtime, they will go into a shootout, which is basically just an offensive player going one-on-one against the goalie. And the team which scores the most goals in 3 attempts will win the game. The point of this speech was to inform you guys about the sport of hockey. And in doing so, I was talking about the history, the equipment, and the rules and concepts needed to understand about hockey. I hope by this speech, you guys will begin to watch more hockey and even play in the future.